my dears, and welcome to today's vlog, video, podcast, wherever you are consuming the content. Welcome. So today's message is on embracing the challenges that come your way and not being afraid of them. So I know that's a lot easier said than done, because challenges are no fun, and when problems come our way, we want them to go away as quickly as possible, and we usually will do anything in our power to get rid of them. We don't like them, which is obviously just normal. It's part of our human nature. We don't want to be in discomfort. We don't want to be in a challenging situation, which is totally understandable. But if you look at it from a different angle, if you look at it from a perspective of, okay, if I have a challenge that I'm facing right now, what is causing me to look at this situation as a challenge? Why is it a problem to me? Why is it making me uncomfortable? Why is it triggering me? What within me is causing this? Because obviously it is our inner being that is being troubled. It's our inner being that's being triggered and being and getting uncomfortable with the situation at hand, right? It's our mental state, it's our heart, it's our mind that's looking at the situation and is being troubled by it. So that gives us a challenge and an opportunity, gives us an opportunity to look within and ask ourselves, what is it that is causing this this turmoil within my being? What belief am I believing? What thoughts am I thinking? And a really good example of this, for example, say you've been practicing a new belief or a new habit that you're trying to instill in your being, in your mind, something that you want to create a new mindset around, say around money or around health or around work, whatever it is that you're working on installing into your subconscious mind, installing into your mindset a new belief. And say, for example, a situation appears in your life that's like contradicting the new belief that you're installing. So if it has anything to do with money, you're working on, you're doing your affirmations, you're affirming that you're wealthy, that you're abundant, that you're doing your money work. You're taking action, you're listening to meditations, like I said, you're doing affirmations, you're listening to audio, so you're doing your work on creating this new belief around money, right? And then something in your life comes into your little world, and it's opposing, it's contradicting that new belief that you're installing into your mind, that you're creating, that you're taking action on, that you're wanting to become a part of you. And it's saying, you know what, that new belief that you're trying to create, here's a situation, here's a circumstance that says that your new belief is false, that your new belief that you're trying to create is not true, that your new belief that you're trying to install is wrong, it's a lie, whatever it is, that's coming your way. It's basically contradicting your new belief. So the good news is you can look at the situation, you can look at the challenge, you could look at the problem and say, okay, this is temporary, this is just something that's coming into my world right now, but I still get to choose to stand on my belief that I live in an abundant universe, that God is within me, that He's all around me, that He supports me, that He provides for me, that I can take action on inspired actions that come from within, that I can be guided to take inspired actions, and that wealth and money and abundance is flowing to me and through me, that I'm a child of God, that I'm a child of a king, that I'm not poor. And you begin to reinforce and reinstall those thoughts, those beliefs back into your mind. So when the challenge comes up that's opposing or contradicting to your new belief that you're trying to install, you have two options. You either you look at it and say, you know what, this challenge, this situation is true, it's right, this sucks, my money situation does suck, I am poor, I don't have enough, it's never going to work out for me, I have to continue forever to work at this 8 to 5, and it just sucks, and my life sucks, and blah 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 blah, and you get the point. You just go down a downward spiral. Or you have option two, where you can look at the situation, you can look at the challenge, you can look at the problem and say, okay, this is my current reality. Yes, it is. But there's an ultimate truth. There's a higher truth. There's a truth that supersedes, that overcomes, that says that I am abundant, that God is abundant, that this universe is abundant, that the galaxies are abundant, that the ocean's depths are abundant, that I have the kingdom of God within me and all around me, and it's at my fingertips, and that I can take inspired action based on my creative ideas and thoughts, and I can produce income in my life, and I can do this, that, and the other, and I can create, and I can produce income in my life. So those are the two options. You could either, like I said, take option A, where you look at the challenge and fall back and say, yeah, my situation is right, my situation is real, this sucks, and then fall back. Or you can look at it and reaffirm. That's where you have the opportunity to reaffirm the new belief that you're trying to create, to reaffirm the actions that you're taking, and continue to take action based on the new belief that you're affirming. So it's basically an opportunity to strengthen your belief that you're trying to create. It's an opportunity to strengthen that idea, that belief, that new mindset that you're trying to cultivate and create. It's an opportunity is what it is. That's the way that we can look at it. Instead of looking at it, oh my gosh, this sucks, how do I make it go away? You look at it and say, okay, how do I evolve my belief around this even more? How can I go a little bit deeper in my belief around this particular subject? Like I said, whether it be money, whether it be health, whether it be relationships, whatever belief that you're working on in the present moment, and then the challenge comes in opposing your new belief, you just ask yourself, how can I go a little bit deeper within myself? What lies am I believing around the situation? Because when you're triggered, by the outside situation or an outside challenge that comes in, or a problem that comes into your life, when you're triggered, when you're upset, when you're angered, when you have these emotions that are basically afraid and they come from fear, that's an opportunity to ask yourself, where is this coming from? What else in me does not believe that what the ultimate truth says, what the ultimate truth is? What in me is saying that, what beliefs am I believing? What lies am I still believing into? What truth do I need to reaffirm a little bit deeper? What truth do I need to continue to walk on and reaffirm a little bit stronger in my being, in my mindset? So like I said, it's an opportunity to look within. It's an opportunity to reaffirm. It's an opportunity to strengthen what you're building, what you're working on, instead of falling back, instead of going the opposite way and saying, this doesn't work, my mindset or my circumstances are just overpowering, and they're way too bad, and I'm in such a bad place, that this new belief is just not going to work. You have that option, but hopefully you choose the option of staying your path and staying focused and continuing to renew your mind with the truth, and taking that challenge and taking that situation and taking that problem and using it as an opportunity to dive a little bit deeper, dig a little bit deeper. And then also, when a challenge and a problem does come your way, it's also another way that it can thrust you and almost like push you to the next level if you allow it to. Because when you look within and you determine what additional lies you need to get rid of, when you determine who else you need to forgive around the situation, when you determine the creative power that's within you that you can use to tap into to overcome that situation, basically what it does is it pushes you to the next level. It thrusts you up into the next level, and it gives you a stronger foundation in that belief that you're cultivating, and that belief that you're working on. So it's just an opportunity. So even in the Bible, I think one of the verses Jesus says, he says, be joyful and grateful when you fall into trials and temptations, because something around like patience or endurance being built up. But it goes back to the same thing, where it basically strengthens your inner man. It strengthens that new belief that you're working on, and it pushes you to the next level. It like thrusts you into the next level if you allow it to, if you look at it that way, and if you say, you know what, I'm not going to look at the situation and say, I'm not going to look at the situation and give up. I'm going to look at the situation and see it as an opportunity where I can go a little bit deeper, where I can dive a little bit deeper, where I can release who I need to release, forgive who I need to forgive, replace the lies with the truth, and stand stronger on my new belief, on my new truth. So I hope that you choose that option. I hope you choose the option